April 1st to 15th. Now your central issue is about a choice, making a choice. So let's see what that choice is about. Again, a 2, another choice, and regarding money. Might be a new job. And look at this, the 5 of Cups. This is leaving something in the past. Grieving, let it go. It's basically a grieving card of letting things go. The Page of Wands, reversed. This can be a messenger again. Wands can be about work, creativity. And then we have the King of Pentacles. That's an earth sign. It could represent a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or it could just represent you in the King of Pentacles state of mind, where you have good financial sense, feeling secure about your financial situation. So that's good. And then in the foundation we have a Page of Swords reversed. So swords, this is about truth, information, a message. A page is like delivers messages. It usually has to do with what's going on in the situation in the reading. So maybe you're waiting and it hasn't come yet, because this is usually fast. When this is reversed, swords don't mess around. Nothing slow about an air sign. But this doesn't mean it could be an air sign. It's just like the traits of the air sign. It could be. It could be a young person who it could be a young Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But chances are you're waiting for a message that hasn't come yet. A message that's going to tell you the truth about a situation. How you feel right now, oh my God, you feel like somebody's stealing from you? The truth about the situation, oh crap, sorry. I think this validates somebody stealing from you. We'll have to do some clarifiers on that. The hopes and fears is the Queen of Wands reversed. This is could be an angry female, could be you. Reversed would be you're not angry anymore, or that. And then again, hopes and fears. The card could go either way. That this could be a card about fulfilling your creativity, the job you want, something that you feel passionate about. Otherwise, there's a lot of people here. So I think this is more about a job or a creative endeavor. And the outcome is you still waiting to make a decision. This is worse than, see, these are all 2s. Holy moly, you got all the 2s. There's only 1 2 left you don't have. And then there's there's more 2s. But this 2 here, this is like denial, not facing reality of the situation. If it comes reversed, it's like you're taking off the blindfold and deciding to make a move, but it's like your eyes are closed and you're not ready. You don't want to hear probably this truth, the message of this truth that's coming. And when you get these 2 together and the moon reversed, this is like, yeah, somebody's stealing from you. This reverse is deception. This way it's fear, and just this way it's deception. With this, it's like, this card is basically someone stealing, and then you're being deceived. And then you with your eyes closed, I'd say there's some fear about facing this situation. Yikesy. You know, I would do this reading over if the cards didn't really make as much sense as they do. Um, but they make too much sense. It makes too much sense. So I'll go over it one more time. There's a choice to be made. A fork in the road. Create with wands. I'd say it's creative, and then you have crossing that is the Two of Pentacles. So it's juggling. You know, these could be jobs. What this job, that job. What do I take? What do I do? Juggling could be juggling money because the job you're in isn't paying what you need. Here, this is gotta leave it in the past. This is grieving. So it's like, you know, with grieving, you have to go through the process. And if you're not aware of the process, Google it. I think there's the 5 steps in grieving, you know, and you got to make it through all 5 to move forward. Melanie Beattie had it in her book. You could just Google Melanie Beattie or just the 5 steps of grieving. And here we have the Page of Wands reversed. So it's like here, the pages are messengers, and it's usually reflecting what's going on. And it's like the message isn't coming. You're not hearing it yet. Here's you trying, you know, here's you feeling very secure financially with yourself. Or it could be an earth sign or someone acting like an earth sign. Earth signs Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Somebody acting like an earth sign. But I say it's you confident about your abilities, about work. But you're waiting for this, like twice we're getting. Is this more than one message you're waiting for? And this can be a legal card. Swords can be a legal card. This is usually regarding work or creativity. And then here, you know, maybe you don't want to hear about this thing here. Maybe you don't want to hear it. You don't want to know. Because maybe you like the thief. Maybe there's someone you love and trust. I don't know. If you don't relate to this, don't go freaking out that someone's going to steal from you. Because if someone's stealing from you, you know it. Okay? You aren't sitting there like you didn't have a clue until you saw this reading, right? That isn't how it goes. If someone's taking from you, you know it. You know it. You know it. I mean, you might be in denial, but there's a voice in the back of your head chirping a lot, saying, you know? Something bad, something's going down, and you know, and you could just be deciding you just aren't ready to deal with it. But you know, it looks like a relationship, or you know, it could be work relationship that's like toast, time to be done with. Okay, so let's go on to something happier, hopefully. And with love reading, I'm going to quickly stick these in the deck. Because sometimes it doesn't matter even if I shuffle the deck, but I want to be sure that I got these all in different places. Not that those same cards came up for anybody else. Let's just be sure if they do. It wasn't because I didn't shuffle them. Okay, so purify that, huh? And now we're going to do the romance. 3 Adoring Virtue Romance Angels. Whichever one applies to you. And then sometimes they, with the way it's been going, is they apply and relate to the general reading. And, or... I'm drinking coffee because it's like my brain isn't connecting to my mouth. You know, it's like somewhere between the motor skills got delayed. So, cheers to the coffee. And it's only happening while I'm doing the readings. It happened in the previous one too. So, Oh, what's been happening with some of the romance readings is they connect in sequence to the previous reading, the previous, look at how pretty that one is. The general reading. It's like a sequence, so it's kind of interesting that way. This could be the one you have already met the romantic partner you seek. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So a little patience. And addictions are affecting your romantic life. Codependency. Yikesy, yikesy, yikesy. Okay. So let's get the clarifiers on those. So what I've been doing is I've been doing the vice versa. You get 2 vice versa on each card, and then 1 gilded reverie on each as the final outcome. What's going on here? Okay. Here we go. Oh my god, this isn't the first time I had those two. And alright. Alright. Okay, so there's like a 4th one down there. I'm not sure. It was sticking out. I was thinking maybe, huh? Okay, this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Damn. Okay. So, you know, you're like working really hard. And you come to the end of feeling like this is the 10. This is the end of, see here, this is contemplating, damn, what happened? And this part is, this card here is, this side is like the end. It's done. You're at the end of that cycle. And, ready to move forward. And we have the compass. Very interesting. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. I think I need to sit with that for a second and try to tune into how that connects to all this. So I'm thinking the compass guides your way. It's also like you pay attention to signs. It's about the direction you're going to, like, if you like to pay attention to be conscious of your direction, not, you know, just blindly following, but have an awareness of your direction, of what's meant to be, of how, you know, like your outcome, like know what you want. The compass is also a guide, like pay attention. Maybe your guides are speaking to you. Something might flash on the TV or on the radio, and it like, oh my God, you know, that maybe that applies to you, or drive by a billboard and see something, and it's like there's a message there that kind of answers your question that you had in your head a minute ago, or even at that time. So paying attention to all the signs, it's like you're being divinely guided. So listen, you know. So worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. That's good. Okay, so this is interesting. We got the 2 of Swords again, reversed. It's reversed. So we're going to start with this. This is love coming your way. Okay? It's the Ace of Cups. Aces are always yours, will always turn upright, will always be in your favor. But when it's upside down, it's like there's a delay. So here we got a card of waiting and another card that you're waiting, but it's coming, okay? And then we have this reversed. So the two of swords, here she is sitting there like nothing's happening in the middle of a storm on a rock out in the middle of the ocean with lightning and clouds and confusion. And she's just sitting there like there's nothing to do. Well, when you get to this card, you've made your choice. The blindfold's off. The water is still. And so you have this reversed. So it's like you haven't even come to the point that you know you have a choice to make. That's kind of what it's saying there. Kind of exactly. Oh my God. This is who's waiting. This is who you're waiting for. He's on his way. Okay. Look at that. This is like great. Okay. But it's like maybe you don't even know. I just heard it. That you have to let go of the person in the past. The one who's, not right for you. You got it. Until you let go of Mr. Wrong, you can't have Mr. Right. Mr. Right, I mean, that has happened to me before. Oh my God. I got a reading from a friend in the 80s. And she told me that a man was coming into my life and that he worked with the land. So I didn't know what he was, a farmer? What is that? And at that time I was separated from my husband, and I had a boyfriend. And she told me, you have to let go of both of these men before this relationship will work, because it won't work out. Something will go haywire. I met this man. Oh my God, he was so incredible. And twice he came to my work and overheard a conversation with my ex-husband. I was being flirty, trying to get money out of him, and my boyfriend. And it was like, and he came back one more time, and I saw him sitting in his car, and he was deciding, and he decided no. And he was an architect. And this friend who did my reading said that he would be so much easier for you. He would be an easier person for you to live with and make your life so much more pleasant. And I dropped the ball. So there's a story for you. And ended up getting back together with my ex-husband, and the boyfriend turned into a cocaine addict. So, oh my God. After we split up, he ended up a cocaine addict. So, his whole family all had drug and alcohol problems. So it was like the family of addiction. Here we go. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So seriously, yes, it's worth waiting for, but you have to decide. You have to make this choice here. You have to be, this is denial. This is like you don't even know. You're not even aware that it's time, that you need to be. And here we get this talking about your direction, knowing what you're doing, being focused, Wow. I hope this is helping. I hope this makes sense. Okay, codependency. Yeah, you could be codependent with Mr. Not so good for you, Or it's time to end that soulmate relationship. It's all gone, not worth hanging around for, not getting anything out of it, only making you unhappy kind of deal. Okay, so this is the card for here. Everything you have just looks like a spilled mess. All your cups are empty, and here you're wishing for something better, and it's reversed. So yeah, and there could be wine in those cups, and you drank it all and shared it with that crab there. So it's like, this really sounds like you know, so, ew, sorry. An addictive issue, you know, I was married to an alcoholic. The one I went back to, didn't know he was an alcoholic then, though. He hid it well. This is kind of like how an addict is, you know, drinking and dreaming of something, not liking, just the discontent, the hour of discontent. And here we have, every time we see this card, I go, what? This is the Emperor. It can also be Aries. Was this reversed? I'm not sure. What the Emperor is about making things right. Things, even if he was reversed, this would mean you don't feel like they're right or the way they should be, which kind of makes sense with that card. But you always get Major Arcana, life-changing card, life-changing situation. You always get this. It's always yours right side up. If it's upside down, it's just a clue that maybe you're feeling. This is just telling you things are going to balance themselves out. You know, if you have an addictive thing going, though, you might need to put some effort into that. And here we have the letter. I wonder if I can read that. It probably really says something. This is like a message coming. You know, it's a trip. It's two more cards fell off to the side. So let's see what they're about. For a little final message. Here there's protection. This is protection. And this card, this can be a scary card if it's surrounded by scary cards. But it's not. These birds, the owls, are wisdom, that you will be getting advice, wise advice, and protection. And a message could be wise advice, could be someone protecting you, could be a separate message, but sounds good.